So, my name is José Andrés, and I am a cook.
Get comfortable, Jose.
Yeah. They told me to be comfortable.
How are you?
Great. So excited to be here. A chance to practice English. Yeah, that's right.
Hablamos español?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, you've recently been operating really at a sort of bigger global scale. And one of the things I was intrigued by in knowing you're going to be here is thinking about what you're doing in Puerto Rico. And that, of course, isn't new for you. You've been doing that in D.C. at a local level. And I'm wondering, operating within the community of D.C. and thinking about emerging needs around the world, what are your thoughts about the difference between local and global? And I know you've talked a lot about the ability to really take a community. The food community is a community that's about giving back. And you've taken that to incredible new levels. So what's your observation?
Okay, I am in Washington, and so I've seen politicians that they answer whatever they want after the question.
No.
That's a joke, so you're supposed to laugh. So I thought I was supposed to throw my idea first out, yes?
What's your idea, Jose?
Thank you. But by the way, it's the best question I've received in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was so unprepared for that question. My question is, my idea is, imagine if we could milk the clouds. You understood my English? Imagine we could milk the clouds. Why? After the earthquake in Haiti, I got that need to get on a plane and go there and began cooking. And I did that, and then I stayed over the years, and I created an organization called World Central Kitchen. And we did many projects. You can go on worldcentralkitchen.org webpage, and you learn about them. But one of them was in the mountains of Haiti, in a beautiful place called Fomberet, a little town within Fomberet called Palmis-Tampé. And we did there a school lunch building, open, beautiful, the only building in the area. But where children will have one meal a day. And it became the place where everybody will gather. But also, we created a farm that could provide a little percentage of the food we fed the children every day, kind of to try to make it sustainable. And we kind of succeeded for 3 years. But we had the problem. Rain was never coming. Even clouds will go over. And we had to stop the farm because it was between having water for the plants or having water for the people. Then we tried to hire this French NGO, and they came and they tried to find a well somewhere in the mountains. They did that for 3 months. We couldn't find one, so I gave up on that. But the clouds were going, passing by, and was one children there, a Haitian children, who very much, having always this kind of conversation with this kind of bad French I speak, that he was pointing at the clouds. And very much the idea was, what if that cloud could be putting the water right here where we need it? So I just came back from Puerto Rico, and people, 8 weeks ago, Americans in Puerto Rico were desperate to get this same bottle of water I have in my hands right now. So if we have the water up there, and yes, we're coming with more or less good solutions, machines to try to take out the seawater, and then these kind of fog collectors, which are becoming more or less successful. But just think about it. Every time we have one of those big clouds, imagine that we can be sending a Zeppelin. And we can be capturing the cloud as it passes above us. And we can be redirecting that water into that Zeppelin or bring it down to earth to the place we want it. Wouldn't be a very beautiful way to make sure that every place on earth has the water it needs? So that's the crazy idea. What if we start investing more money in milking the clouds? I just came back from MIT and Harvard. I gave 2 or 3 lectures there. And this is what I throw as an idea to everybody. Guys, you are smart enough to tell me and to tell humanity that one day, in a very affordable way, we will be able to milk every cloud above our heads.
So, as an optimist, and as someone who's used everything available as a tool, including technology, do you have thoughts about how that might become a big enough demand to happen?
Well, if we are going to become 9 billion people, and just we saw the disaster in an island, that we had 3 million people without water. It's this kind of things that almost you only see in the movies. Wow. 3 million people in an island had no electricity and no water. You will think it's a science fiction movie. Think about it. And if we tell you that's American soil, they're like, come on, Jose. Come on. No way, Jose. It happened. So that's why we need to be investing.
And did MIT have thoughts? Is it technology that's being developed?
The good news is that we have all these water collectors. They're called fog collectors. They use hydrophilic materials and hydrophobic materials. Materials that are in love with water and materials that hate water. The yin and yang. And that's working with successes all around the world, but more research is gonna be needed. It's a mesh that can be out of plastic or different materials. In MIT and Harvard, we have some of the best experts in the world on materials. Yourself, you are a great expert material. And we know that these materials, that they have this love affair with water. In the moment the material sees the water, they attract to each other and they have this love affair. So that's good news. But then is one moment that through an electromagnetic pulse, all of a sudden that same love becomes hate. And then the water, I don't love you anymore, and separates itself from the mesh and goes into this recollection bottle.
So if anyone's going to lead the charge to make that happen, it's you. Your passion and your ability to make change is unbelievable.
It's not me. Me, I feel I'm more like the wind in the sail, the guy that pushes maybe everybody to challenge.
Yeah.
But the good news is that we have people around the world, people that don't even know we're having this conversation here, people that don't have connection with MIT or Harvard or other of the great universities around the world, but people that they are putting the best intentions and the best know-how to bring real solutions to real problems.
So that's why I want, if you think about your work locally, challenges, observations you've had about problems that require real change on a smaller scale. Are there examples of things where you can tell us about where you've said, I want to push through this and create this new opportunity?
It's not such a small scale, because I do believe it takes the same effort to do something at a small scale than to try to change the entire world. It takes me the same time to create a restaurant with you for 12 seats than if we do one for 1,200 seats. So if I'm going to spend time with you, let's do one for 1,200 seats.
That's what I'm saying. So what are the things you can point to that will be clues to how change happens?
So we spoke about milking the clouds, right? We spoke about water. But let me tell you what's the biggest opportunity we have today in the world to end hunger and poverty in the 21st century. Water, fire. Today we have almost 3 billion people in the world that still cook with 3 rocks and some wood, as humanity has been doing for almost 1 million years. For these people, any single thing has been happening to humanity over the last 100 years, all the progress in technology, these same people still cook the same way as 1 million years ago. So we need to be investing more time in clean cook stoves, which is making sure that women will stop cooking with charcoal, that gets them sick. They spend almost 30–40% of their daily income on the charcoal. They send their young daughters to the forest when they are too poor to buy charcoal. They cannot go to school because they are 3 hours picking up that wood on the forest. So you can build the schools. Don't worry, they don't have time to go. Deforestation, because they cut the trees. Water that comes down goes down in the farming areas and washes away the top good soil, so it's no farming. The soil ends on the shores. No coral, no reef, because the water is dirty. Then is no fish. Then is no fishing industry. Where there is no coral, no reef, no fish, is no tourism. We bring a clean kitchen that can cost $20. The women are healthy.
Clean kitchen, define what clean kitchen would be. How
a clean kitchen will be anything from solar to LPG, the same gas that you and I will use at home. And these are affordable. And we can do it. All of a sudden, they don't spend 40% of their income. They spend 2–3%. The women are healthy. The young girls don't have to go to the forest. They can go to school and hope for a better tomorrow. All of a sudden, trees grow. The forest is healthy. When the water comes, penetrates the earth, and everything is healthy around it. The harvest multiplies by 10. They have fruits and vegetables. The waters are clean, corals, reef, healthy, fish, fishing industry, bell industry.
So that was a local bell, I've got to say. That was a clean bell. Tell us, Jose, that's the we gotta go bell, but I'm wondering, in your thought process, what are the things everyone in this room can do starting tomorrow or tonight to start to make a difference in the ideas you're putting out there? What are the things at a basic level everyone here can do if they want?
So obviously, I will ask you to, anyone that is donating money to NGOs, never give money to an NGO that you don't know the return on investment. We never can give money to throw money at the problem. We need to start investing into solutions that have a true return on investment. This is the most important one. Make sure that you give your money to type of NGOs that can do good in the same way you will do in your private business. We cannot be treating them different. Every time we give $1 to the betterment of the lives of people of the world, we need to be always asking this question: what's the return on the investment? And if they cannot give you an answer, don't give them $1. But I will invest in clean cook stoves, and I will invest in the crazy guys out there, girls and boys that are thinking about how one day we can be milking the clouds.
What are you making for dinner tonight before the second bell rings?
I don't know, but we have one of the best chefs in the city, Brenner, doing an amazing dinner for lucky ones. And I think I have Pepe, my food truck. So I guess, okay, I'm clueless. I don't know what I'm serving for dinner.
I hope you enjoy it.
The President of the United States is clueless too, and he's the president, so I'm okay.